obviously protecting yourself. So keeping your chin down, your chin's up, that's what's going to get you knocked out. So, you know, like the boxing guys would make you have the tennis ball under there and keep it there so it's tucked the whole time, and then your shoulders protecting the other side, so your shoulders are up. You know, so you're basically like, you know, the peekaboo style, where you've got almost like your fists on the forehead.
That looks good,
so,
guys.
So you've got, you know, the ability to see, but you can also cover for a hook or whatever. You know, you can cover for your body, but then also the punches will come from there. So just like a jab, basically whatever your, you know, however you want to stand, regular or
Southpaw.
orthodox or southpaw, and you know, basically just a straight shot, turning your hand over, pinky up to the sky, and so then with that you've got your jab, and you see this shoulder is back, and it comes forward, which basically means you got your cross loaded and ready, because it's all a rotation. You know, that's how you get longer. That's how you get more power through there, and then your feet are turning, so it's going to be like a twist, and then you're going to come back that way, and then you have your hook. And that's why it's always jab cross hook when you hear people talk about it. So it's just the rotations where you're getting the power. But always, like my striking coach would always talk about a rubber band. So it's straight out, straight back, and just coming right back to where it started. You know, because you'll see that all the time. People throw a big hook and they'll bring it back, and then you get knocked out. You know, if you don't bring it back to where it was, you know, it's like the bar fights. You know, if you throw a punch and then it comes back to here, it's great. You got a nice target there. So those are really the basic ones. And then of course you have uppercuts, I guess. But
Yeah. So I think for me, and Butch, you've done boxing too, so chime in. I think the key is don't think about power yet. Don't think about power. Power will come, but think about trying to bring that punch from like your temple to theirs and back straight. Don't let it go out and around to there and then back to here. Always straight. And the more and then the other would be snapping it like a whip. Don't think about it like I'm going to knock him out with power. Think about it, I'm going to try to make it really quick and just like sting him. You know what I mean? And that power will come. So why don't we get the mitts out?
where the turning it for punch,
Yeah, and that's a great.
Otherwise, you'll get what they'll call like pushing you.
Yeah.
You're like trying to push through them.
Yeah, exactly.
To, you know, just
Yeah.
turning it over and connecting at the end of the punch. You'll hear people say that. You hit them at the end of the punch. Because it's also range.
Yeah,
you know,
it's exactly right.
If I'm too close, you know, if I'm here, I'm not going to throw a jab. You know, I might throw a hook or probably throw an elbow. I need to be back here if I want to try to get you with a jab. You know, or if I'm here, you come in with uppercuts and, you know, like short digging shots as opposed to out there. Then you get further than that, and then you'll be looking at like a push kick or something.
So let's get the mitts and the pads on and just practice those snapping shots. So the really good fighters will actually have calloused knuckles. These two knuckles will be all calloused up. That's where you want to land.
I've got the broken pinky to prove it.
Yeah, and sometimes you're going to accidentally land in the wrong place and break your hand. That's why they call it a boxer's fracture. But don't, and the other thing is, you know, obviously, I think you guys already know this, but don't put your thumbs inside. I mean, I've got a police officer friend who does this for training, and he said, you won't believe the cops out there that don't know how to even make a fist, much less fight, you know. And they're doing stuff like putting their fingers inside and stuff. But those two are pretty important. Those two knuckles. And it works nicely with, hey man, I don't want any problems. I don't want any problems. Remember us talking about that? I don't want any problems.
So there's a funny